Hello everyone, my name is Zafar Rehan. Me and my team will be presenting today about our business Drove. So firstly, I'd like to start off with an introduction as to what Drove is. So Drove is an Angkot and bus super app that shows its users the routes and arrival times of buses and Angkots. All Angkots and buses associated with the app will be equipped with a GPS tracker, so the customer can easily see which bus or Angkot is nearest to them, or what color of Angkot they should take to reach their destination. It also comes with a scheduling service, one that enables our application users to schedule and manage their commutation schedules more effectively. For the drivers, we also have a sort of heat map where they will be able to see which areas have the most potential customers and therefore which areas they should prioritize in order to get the greatest number of customers. In time, we also plan to reshape the public's idea about angkots, buses, and public transportation in general by conducting routine safety and cleanliness checks on our affiliated public transportation methods so that other people may become interested in using public transportation and problems like traffic and air pollution will be able to be reduced. We also offer a cash and cashless method of payment. In terms of the problem statement, we should all be aware about the problems that Jakarta is currently facing due to its large population. With most of the population using private vehicles like cars and motorcycles, traffic jams are very common. A consequence of this is, of course, bad air quality, one that is ranked as unhealthy by the World Air Quality Index. With these current problems, one of the major solutions that the government has come up with is public transport, as it might help to alleviate these problems. But the current public transportation industry is lacking, to say the least. There are a lot of pain points that the public has to endure when commuting using public transportation. From its impracticality, as the routes of angkots and buses are hard to memorize, and the time that they arrive at the location near to them can vary, with our surveys showing that people usually wait around 10 to 15 minutes just to find or get their public transportation. Safety and cleanliness is also a concern for them, and the fact that they have to usually prepare an exact change when paying the Angkot drivers is also a major pain point. That is why we feel that our application is the solution to all of these problems. So our application offers, firstly, a GPS tracker in application, so that the users of our application will be able to see the nearest bus or Angkot, and it will also map the routes of the bus or Angkots so that our users will know which public transportation to use. Our app also has a scheduling function, which enables them to schedule a ride with the bus or Angkot at a time, and the driver will be able to see this on their application in their heat map. Using this heat map, our drivers will also be able to see where the greatest number of potential customers are, so they will also be helped in the regard of getting more customers quicker and more effectively. Our application offers a cash and cashless method of payment so that our customers wouldn't need to worry about preparing an exact amount of money before commuting, and we will also conduct regular safety and cleanliness checks on our affiliated bus and angkots, so as to ensure its cleanliness and safety for our users' convenience. For times of emergency, we will also have an emergency button on our app so that people may feel safer and may be helped in their time of need. For monetization, we use a revenue sharing system. We will have an average price of 8,499,000 for our services, and we have a 30% revenue sharing system with our drivers, so they will receive on average 2,499 per service. This increased price may seem quite steep in comparison to the usual bus and angkot prices, but it is necessary to improve the quality of our affiliate bus and angkots in the future, and also, of course, for the profit of our company. This price increase is also justified, as our application offers a lot of benefits for both public transportation users and drivers alike, as we have mentioned previously. With that being said, as you can see from the profit and loss statement in the left-hand side of your screen, we predict that our net profit will be positive by the end of our first year, with 64,434,015 rupias, and is skyrocketing in subsequent year, with it being 1,538,265,465 rupias. With this, we predict that we will break even in September of 2024. As you can see, this business has the potential to be extremely profitable. This can be seen from our advantages. Firstly, we have no direct competition, other than the already existing public transportation, which has a lot of pain points, as we have mentioned previously. So this is a brand new idea with the blue ocean industry. Secondly, the market for this is large. The Jakarta Post reports that 88 million daily public transportation trips are conducted in Greater Jakarta alone. And finally, we also have the potential to work with governmental agencies to even potentially get their backing in the form of subsidies. One of the things that has alluded to this possibility is that Jakarta's Transportation Master Plan, or RTJ, has a target set by the government to increase the share of public transportation usage to 60% of all commutations and increase its coverage to 80% by 2029. And if we can work with the government and convince them that our application can work to achieve this plan or to achieve this target, they may back us in our plan and therefore subsidize our business, which we can then use to improve our services even further and lower our prices. However, of course, this is just an opportunity and it is by no means essential to the success of our business.
Next, we go to the market knowledge. Here we have our customer segment. We use a combination of demographic and regional segmentation factors, which aids the organization in pricing its services appropriately. Geographic and demographic segmentation are both essential since we need to know which places to target for our customers who are willing to utilize our public transportation services. For the geographic, which is Indonesia, and demographic, there are age, gender, occupation, concern, and usage frequency. For the concern, there are three main points, which are looking for a more simple way to use public transportation, looking for other public transportation beside two-wheel transportation or trains, and also having difficulties finding angkot and buses. And for our competitors would be other transportation applications such as Gojek, Grab, InDriver, and MyBluebird. For the competitive landscape, we compare our business with four competitors, which are Gojek, MyBluebird, Grab, and also InDriver. In this case, heat map system, routes, or GPS track, both cash and cashless payment methods, and also vehicles information code are some of the variables that we use to compare our service with our competitors. The first one is the heat map system. Currently on our application, Drove, provides the heat map system. Basically, heat map system is a map that provides the information of the buses and angkots drivers, telling which areas have the highest potential customers. The second one is the routes or GPS track are available in our application and also our four competitors. The third one, our application, Drove, in this case Drove, Gojek and Grab use both cash and cashless payment methods. However, Bluebird and InDriver have only used cash payment methods. The last one is the vehicles information code is provided only on our application, Drove, which is to give the bus and angkot information codes, which will be the one who takes the passenger to a place or a destination.
Okay, so this is what our management structure here at Drove would look like. Our company will be led by the CEO or the Chief Executive Officer, in which he or she will be the Commander-in-Chief for all of the C-level officers and their respective teams. In addition to that, the CEO would also be leading the teams of the Marketing VP and the Growth Manager. Next, we have our President. Our President is basically a rep or a vice to the CEO and does very similar jobs to the CEO, but he or she would also be leading the HR team and the related pods. Next, we have the Chief Operating Officer or the COO. The COO is responsible for the overall operational efficiency of this whole company, and he or she will be leading the teams of the operating manager, the head of business development, and their respective team members. Next, we have our Chief Financial Officer or the CFO. Simply put, the CFO is basically responsible for the overall cash flow strategies in the long run and also the short run. The CFO would also be leading the teams of this head of finance and accounting. Next, and finally, we have our CTO and CPO. So we have our Chief Technological Officer and our Chief Product Officer. So these two roles will be led by one individual. Why is this so? Because our company is a tech company in which our products are tech products. So the CTO and the CPO that will be led by one person would be leading the team of the tech leads, the head of product, the product managers, and their different team members.
Okay, so for the last part, I'm going to explain about our future roadmap or our future plans. The first one is we will conduct marketing audit where we review all the marketing activities that have occurred in the past years. We will constantly review our sales strategy and evaluate whether it was successful or not. Not only that, we will also conduct marketing research to draw a realistic picture, so fairly accurate projections about our future growth is shown. The second one is we will continue to put customer satisfaction first to ensure long-term growth. Drove will strengthen the development of product pillars that are most needed and demanded by customers. Not only that, we will focus on growth oriented towards product strengthening to increase customers' loyalty, especially for the customers base. The third one is we will do ecosystem development. We will develop the existing ecosystem, namely drivers and also customers, and we will add more in the features. We plan to innovate by adding features that can be utilized by the entire Drove ecosystem. We will also improve our services. For example, we will improve the accuracy of our GPS technology. And the last one is we will prepare various continuous innovations that will further strengthen Drove's presence as a reliable transportation solution for the community, such as focusing on service reliability and integration between transportation services. We will expand our transportation services and present the latest service standards. So that is all for our presentation. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for your time and have a good day.